Alright, welcome to part 2. If you made it this far, congratulations, pat yourself on the back. You have done very well. But, that's the easy part. Now we gotta get on to the hard part, finishing up this layer. So now, you're gonna want to look at the top face. And you're gonna want to look at these yellow pieces right here. Now, in this case, I have this situation right here, where I have the L. Just ignore this other piece. But most times you wouldn't have that. You would have either like this, a dot, a line, or the L. So the very first one you get is the dot. Now that is not very good, but it's easy to turn into the line and then the L. So the algorithm that you have to do, hold on, let me write it. So it's this algorithm right here. So F-U-R-U-I-R-I-F. Now, how I remember it is, well, I'm just going to do it for you. I have the L, so I want to do it with the L facing the non-L direction, because a normal L goes like this, a non-normal L goes like that, and when you're doing it for the line, you're going to want to have it horizontally, and for the dot, it just doesn't matter. It just has to be in the middle, which is pretty easy because it's stationary. But anyway, so I remember it as front, top, right, front. And that's just a little bit easier for me to remember. But you can remember it as F-U-R-U-I-R-I-F-I. But it doesn't matter. But since I had the L, that gives me the edges are now in place. But if you had the dot, you would get to the line, and then you would do the line, you would get to the L, and then you would do the L, and get to completing your edge pieces. So now we're going to work on the corners, and I have to write out another piece of paper for that. So these are the situations that you may have. You may have this, kind of looks like a T with a big top there, or you may have this, double square, it's called double soon. You may have this across, or you may have this, kind of looks like a fish. I accidentally colored yellow in here just because I was trying to do this quickly, but I made a mistake. But anyway, so these black squares are just squares that it doesn't matter what color they are. So now the situation I have right here is this double soon. Now when you perform this algorithm for a double soon, you want to make sure that the yellow is here, right, in facing you, not facing you here. It has to be this way. But if it's like the T, then you're going to want to perform the algorithm just like this. I'm not sure if it matters where the other pieces are. But then when you do it with the cross, you got to make sure that the two yellow pieces facing this way are facing that way. So they would have to be facing, they would have to be here. And then when you get to soon, well, it's only called soon actually if there is a yellow piece right, what the heck, what kind of an arrow was that? Hold on, yeah, I know, you don't need to remind me, I'm not the best drawer, but if it's right here, the yellow piece is right there, then it's soon. If it's not, you need to still perform the algorithm like this. This thing will flip, and it'll be here. This whole thing will be flipped, and you'll just flip it back so that it looks exactly like this, and the yellow piece should be there, and then you will get a completed top face. So anyway, so the algorithm used for this is R-U-R-I-U-R-U-180-RI. So let's see what that looks like. So R-U-R-I-U-R-U-180-RI. So you haven't affected these layers at all. And now I have almost soon. So just without this right here. So then just do that algorithm again. It's probably the easiest algorithm to memorize. Then the whole thing will be flipped. The yellow one will be here. And you will get a completed top face. So now we're going to move on to the corner permutations down here. Alright, so let's get to it. Now, in this case, you will have one of two situations. You will either have all the sides that just look like they have nonsense on them, or you have one side that has two correctly oriented corners and one incorrect edge piece right there. So now, the way you're going to want to hold the cube for this algorithm is this face most completed on the back. And you're just going to hold it like this for the algorithm. Now, the algorithm is, get off of there, RI, F, RI, B 180, R, FI, RI, B 180, R 180. Now, this is very difficult algorithm to memorize, but once you got it down, it's pretty simple to keep in your head. So anyone gonna do that? So here we go. RI, F, RI, B 180, R, FI, RI, B 180, R 180. So there we go. Now you've got this here. You've got, most likely you will only have, you won't have this correctly orientated edge here. They'll all be incorrect, but if they are like that, then you're just going to, this algorithm right here. And yeah, my dad's taking a shower now, but you know, whatever. So, like I said, this may not be in the correct place. They will most likely all be in the incorrect place. So if that happens, it doesn't matter how you hold the cube in that situation, but you do this algorithm here. L180, UI, B, FI, L180, BI, F, UI, L180. But I do not have that situation here. I have one completed face and three edges that are incorrect. Now, what this algorithm does is it shifts these three pieces in a counterclockwise direction. So this piece will end up here, this piece will end up here, this piece will end up here. Now, when I do it, it'll solve the cube. But if you do it and this piece isn't correctly orientated, or these aren't in the correct orientation, order, then you may have to do it twice, I believe. Twice or three times, maybe. I'm not sure if I remember, but anyway, so here it is. L180, UI, B, FI, L180, and then BI, F, UI, L180. Now for me, that solved my cube. But for you, you may have to do that once or twice more. So I'm just going to put this on the screen here so you can pause it. Alright? If you've done that, then congratulations. You have solved a Rubik's Cube. Anyway, so yeah. Thanks for watching this video. And if it helped you, please subscribe and all that junk.